Welcome to Brake Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we're doing a walk around video on this 2017 Mazda CX-9 GT TC, and it does also come with a tow pack, so it has been fitted out for whatever traveling needs or any accessories that you might really need on the car. Now, starting off at the front end, being the 2017 model, you do get that really nice updated look with that very big broad front grille. It does have kind of like a shark nose kind of design to it, and it is quite a striking look as well. Got that beautiful chrome finishes around the front grille there and the Mazda badging, and also down the bottom there just to give it that nice classy look, but also break up the color. Considering it is a nice stunning metallic silver paint, you do want a bit of contrast in the car. You've got front parking sensors mounted all the way along the car here, which is going to help you park such a big vehicle, and you've also got nice vents to allow for that cooling through to the motor. Now there is, again, a fog lamp fitted just at the bottom here. It is a very small one, but it is going to provide you with that right amount of light. Got a nice small headlight here on the side with your projector globe in the middle there, as well as your indicator lamp fitted on the side. So going to give you a really nice clear-cut line of sight. Now, if you come across to the driver's side of the car and taking a look at that first alloy, you've got a nice stunning multi-spoke design in that kind of a unique aluminium-like color. It does, again, contrast to the gray that has been used on the car. They don't actually use the same paint, but presents really well. Now, the rim is completely unmarked. There's no damage whatsoever, and you've got plenty of tread remaining on those Bridgestone tires. As we pan along the side of the car, just pay attention to the paintwork, because this car has been maintained and looked after phenomenally by the previous owner. Got that nice chrome plate down the bottom there, just that continues through the whole car. Chrome finishes on the top here just to add a bit of detail. Now, taking a look at the side mirrors and door handles, they are color matched to the car itself. Give it a nice blended, sleek look. And on the side mirrors itself, nice plastic cover at the bottom there to stop anything expensive from getting damaged. Indicator lamp is also mounted in that design, which is very nice, sleek and thin. It does clear up this quarter panel, but also actually elevate the lamp for the drivers that are parked beside you to see when you are indicating. Now, to unlock the car, the side mirrors do fold out. Being a keyless entry car, you do also get a little button here which you can lock and unlock the car as long as you're within proximity, so very easy to use this car. Now, taking a look inside the CX-9, very stylish, classy design, Got lots of different fabrics used in the car. It's not just a cheap design, but you can just see how nicely it actually presents on the inside. The leather's in very good condition, nice soft seating, plenty of cushioning in the pads itself. There's not much wear or tear on it, and no stains or marks either. So the seat has been looked after really well. Nice electric seat controls. Now, this chrome actually somewhat matches the rim color. So again, they've somewhat tried to stick to a theme in this car. We've got all your inclines as well as lumbar support and two seat presets for the car itself if you have two different drivers. Now, on the door card where people get lazy and kick the door open, very minimal wear, if any. Now, one thing I will note is the door actually goes all the way to the bottom of the car. The benefit of that is it actually keeps this inner door frame or inner panel nice and clean when you are climbing in and out, so you're not picking up dirt and mud and any other crap. Now, one thing I will note is the car also does come with tint, which is going to save you a little bit of money there. However, if you do want to look into the darkest legal tint, we can sort that out for you. In addition to that, I do highly recommend you take advantage of the glass coat. Now, we are going to speak to you about this, especially on a car like this with so much paint, and it is such a classy car. You do want to maintain this stunning look, so please talk to us about this because it does come with a lifetime warranty. Opening up, just lock the door there, and taking a look inside the rear seats just to show you how much space is in the back of the car. Again, seats present really well. The bolsters are nice and firm. No marks or damage to the leather itself, and the carpets again are in very good condition. So the car has actually been maintained phenomenally well by the previous owner. You can also move these seats forward and back depending on how much space you want to allow for the rear passengers at the very back or just in the middle second row here as well. Door card also presents really well. Now, that second alloy, completely unmarked, no damage whatsoever, and you've also still got plenty of tread remaining on those Bridgestone tires. Alright, now taking a look inside the tailgate, as you can see, it is an automatic tailgate, so you do just press the button there. It will open up for you. Very nice and comfortable. And taking a look in the back, pay attention to how well it has been preserved and protected. The carpet lining is very clean and neat. We do have the carpet mats in the back here that have just been for a detail and a clean. Also comes with a cargo blind, which if you're not planning on using these rear seats, you can just fit it across the back there. Keep everything nice and private in the back of the car. You can hide all your nice stash of toilet paper. Now, you can actually drop that nice and easy just with the flick of this little lever here, and they do mount all the way to the bottom. And another benefit with these Mazdas is you actually get car seat mounting points on the third row, which is actually quite rare in a lot of cars. You don't find these in a lot of these SUVs, but now you do get them in the people movers, such as your Kia Carnivals, but they are obviously a slightly bigger car and slightly different design. Also got mounting points on the back of those middle row. 2 cup holders, and again, plenty of space. You do also get a 12-volt socket in the back here for any additional charging that you might need for the tailgate. Now, if I was to pop this up here, you've got your full-size spare wheel, space saver spare wheel mounted at the bottom there. It has never actually been used. Also have your tow bar just down there, and all your tools required to actually jack the car up. Now, if you were to drop the tailgate, you do just press this little button here. Now, nice little technology in these cars is if it does bump you, it will actually stop. So if you do have kids and small kids or work around things like that, it is going to make sure you're nice and safe and you're not going to be in any harm's way. So close that up, and if you come across to the passenger side of the car, again, keep paying attention to the paintwork because it has been maintained remarkably by the previous owner. Fuel filler cap is on the passenger side of the car, which is the safe side, so if you do have to pull over in case of an emergency, you know you're going to be nice and safe from any oncoming traffic. Now, taking a look at that third alloy, generally this is the side that gets the most damage when parking next to the curbs, and this rim presents phenomenally well. There's no damage whatsoever, and you can see how nicely that rim presents when that sun glistens on it. It is a very stunning design and quite a unique color. Paintwork on this side is consistent all the way through, no marks of damage whatsoever. And that fourth and final alloy, again, remarkable condition and plenty of tread on those tires. So we've got 4 unmarked rims, plenty of tread remaining on these Bridgestone tires. You've got tint on the car as well, and the paintwork is A1. It's just a very stunning car and presents really well. What we're going to do now is actually pop the hood and take a look inside. Alright, taking a look inside the engine bay, what we have here is Mazda Sky Active technology motor. Now, this is a 4-cylinder, 2.5 litre turbo petrol motor, and it does come fitted with a 6-speed automatic gearbox. So the ride's going to be really nice and smooth and comfortable, especially when you've got such a big car. You want to make sure it doesn't drive too heavy. Now, this car itself has a 5-star ANCAP rating with 6 airbags, so lots of safety for all 7 passengers in the car. This motor itself produces 170 kilowatts with 420 newton meters of torque, so lots in torque and power, and enough for any payload or towing needs that you will be using this car for. As I mentioned before, it is a petrol tank with a 72 litre capacity. It does run on your regular 91 fuel, can also use E10 if needed. It does have a combined fuel consumption of 8.4 litres per 100 kilometers and an average fuel distance of about 857 kilometers off a full tank, depending on how you drive and whether you're towing and how many people are actually in the car. Okay, taking a look inside the CX-9 now. As I mentioned before, this is a very nice car to actually sit in. Quite comfortable. I've got my heated seats on. It's actually quite a great car to sit in and very good to drive as well. And the way the cabin itself has been laid out is actually quite presentable, and it's not actually too much going on. So a lot of the systems in here are automatic, but we will run through the features now. Starting off on the driver's side door, do get a very nice armrest here with a little handle. Below that, you've got this beautiful piano black gloss plate with all your window controls there now. All your windows are fully automatic up and down, so nice and easy to use there. You've also got a little button at the top here, which will actually fold your side mirrors in if you needed to, and flicking it all the way to the top will unlock it. But if you keep it in the middle, that'll leave it in your auto mode, which is when you lock and unlock the car, these will open up automatically. Also got your window lock option to stop the kids from playing around with the windows, and your side mirror toggles just on this little joystick at the top here. Now, if you come to the right side of the dash itself, you've got a few little buttons here. First being your iStop, which is probably going to save you a little bit of money, or a little bit of fuel, I should say. That's where the car just itself stops when you are stopped at the lights, but you can turn that on and off if need be. You also got your parking sensor sonar, which you can turn on and off, and your traction control system, which again is automatically on. If you do want to turn it off, you do that, just press that button. Next set is your automatic tailgate button. So pressing that can just open the boot when you're in your pajamas and the kids need to go for school, you don't want to get out, you can actually just press that, open the boot, kids can grab their bags, you can close it again with that button. Now, on the right hand stalk, you've got your left and right indicators with your high beam and your fog lamp controls, as well as your headlights. Now, they are automatic dusk sensing headlights, so you can just leave it in auto. Car's going to decide when it needs to use it. On the left hand side are your wipers and washers for your front and rear. Again, they are automatic rain sensing systems, so just leave it in auto, car's going to do all the work for you. Taking a look at the steering wheel, quite a nice design in the steering wheel, quite sporty, nice and thin and slim, not thick and chunky. That is actually quite a sleek design. Now, on the right hand side are all your cruise control settings, so on and off with your rest and set button, as well as your left hand side, which are all your media controls. So next, info, which is actually for the little display in your cluster there. Now that'll show you your trip A, trip B, your service, your lane, adaptive cruise control, fuel consumption, etc. So a bit of information depending on what you prefer, and also your call and reject for your Bluetooth connectivity. Now, being a keyless entry car, your stop-start button is just on the left here, which is the most important button. And if we come over to this center console, I actually quite like the layout of this center console. There's a lot of space and access, lots of different levels and platforms, makes it quite a nice, appealing system to actually look at. Now at the top here, you do get a very nice touchscreen head unit. It is fully responsive touchscreen, so just pressing the button is going to take you to everything. I'm just going to go back here. You've got your audio system, which has AM, FM radio, Bluetooth connectivity, and you've got your calls and communication for your Bluetooth connection and inbuilt navigation. Coming below that, you've got two air vents with your hazards nice and easy to access in the middle. All your climate control settings with dual climate controls. The driver and passenger have their own settings inside the car, so you can have your individual temperatures as well as all the modes and fan speeds for that. Now, it is a tri-zone control system, so you do also get a system in the back here for the rear passengers as well, which is good to know that everyone can have their own temperatures. It probably gets a bit more stuffy in the back of the car than it does in the front. Heated seat controls are just above here for driver and passenger. And all your climate control with the little LED display there for you. Got a nice amount of storage just underneath that. You can keep your phone or wallet or whatever it might be. And up here, nice comfortable leather stitch gear shifter. And if I bring it into reverse, see that really nice reverse camera that does come in the model, quite clear. The coloring and lighting is very good, and you can see the rear bar there at the bottom quite clearly. If I bring it down into drive and flick it to the left, that'll flick us into our sports shift system, so you can actually flick to the gears manually yourself if you did want to. You can just leave it in drive and the car's going to do it for you. You got a little trigger here which does say sport. Now that'll probably improve the response of the throttle and probably stiffen your suspension up a little bit. I'm not 100% certain on what that is, but it will enhance the car and make it a little bit more drivable. Now next, behind that, you've got all extra controls for your head unit. Now, from experience, it is a lot more distracting to actually reach across the car and drive and also control what's going on up there. So it is a lot easier to use the system when you're actually driving. So this little knob here is going to help you flick through the different options, and pressing it is going to open up the menu. And as you can see, we are at 20 to 32 Kangen drive. So come check us out if you've got some time. And you've got all the hard buttons for the quick access to your home, music, or navigation there as well. Just next to that is your volume control for your speakers, and pressing that is going to mute it. Next to that is your electric park brake. So like a normal brake, you push it down to disengage it and pull it up to engage it. There's a little light there which will notify you if it's on or off. Behind that, you've got two nice generous cup holders and a very comfortable leather stitch center console armrest. And if I pop that open, it does have a two little opening compartments. Got a bit of storage with an SD slot for your navigation system and two USB inputs and auxiliary connection for your head unit. And if I drop that down, get the camera person to actually pan around the car, you can see how nicely it presents. You got heated seats at the back as well. Did not know that, so that's really good to know. And you've also got all your fan speed and temperatures and a little LED display for you. So very stunning car. And being the GT model, you've also got a Bose audio sound system all the way around the car. Very nice, clear sound quality, and very good layout in the car as well for the speakers. Now if I get the camera person to pan up to the roof for us, so show you the nice sunroof that does come in this model. Pressing that button is going to flick it all the way back. Nice automatic system. And that's also going to open it and close it automatically, and you can also tilt it by just pushing that button there and close it by flicking it forward. So car is fitted out with everything you could possibly need, and the roof lining is very clean and all the leather has been maintained really well. What we're going to do now is actually jump outside and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching the walk around video on this 2017 Mazda CX-9 GT. Hope this gave you a good representation as to the condition on the outside of the car, and as you can see, it presents phenomenally well, as well as features and condition on the interior. And again, it's consistent all the way through the car. It's fitted out with everything you could possibly need, and the interior condition is A1. Now, if you did have any additional questions in regards to the car, wanted to test drive it, or actually wanted to purchase it but without coming in, you can do that. The number to dial is 9907055. Just before I go though, this car does qualify for our premium mechanical protection plan. Now what they will offer you is 5 years extended protection on 181 electrical and mechanical components of this car. It does also come with the added benefit of 10 years platinum roadside assistance nationwide. So do plan on keeping this car for a long time and traveling, doing a whole bunch of things. There is great value in this service. In addition to that, I do highly recommend you take advantage of the glass coat, because that is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this stunning paintwork, and you do want to protect it and preserve it, being such a high spec in the CX-9 line. Now, these are at an additional cost. However, if you are using our in-house finance, I would love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who share just some minimal diesel effective repayments. Now, lastly, but most importantly, please check out our Google reviews. They're over 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the assurance that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now, as I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions or actually wanted to purchase a car, the number to dial is 99070555. My name is Nathan. Thank you so much for watching.